Hey everybody, today we are doing some more testing. I was messing around in here before recording a video and I realized that I had read a bunch of stuff about the Wisp build from last week and I wanted to try some things with Black Hole. So that will be today's video. Stick around till the end though so that we can talk about what I'm doing right here and where I want to go with the channel and the Magicraft videos moving forward. And about a fun little idea I had that includes all of you. So if you get a little bit tired through the black hole part, make sure to check the timestamps and go check out the important stuff I got to say at least. Appreciate you. Whee! All right, punks, we're back in the lab. So last week when I posted that video on the Wisp build and it got up into the quadrillions, I noticed something. This person here, Fizzy, was talking about how the damage has nothing to do with the Thunder Core or the Wisps. It's a code optimization for low FPS. So Wisps duplicate and self-replicate by just doubling its damage without making a new one at lower FPSs. So it just happens way too fast at low FPS as the game is trying to kill projectiles to get more FPS. So as I was creating more Wisps, it was just doubling the damage on the Wisps that I already had, but it was doing it every frame. And if you're at like 30 FPS, then that's, you know, double, 30 times, right? They capped the game at 14 FPS for this image right here, where they just did Wisps, a lot of rebound, a lot of hover, and a lot of fall. And they ended up with this. And look, it's probably the damage cap, I would say. What is that? Trillion. So that's quadrillion, quintillion, sextillion, septillion, 693 septillion damage, right? If you keep going, almost any high DPS is just miscalculation. Yeah, that's kind of what it seems like it is. Like for this one specifically, if you understand the code, I don't understand the code. They kind of explain it better. So look at this. So whenever you get the low FPS timescale, they float, and then they return the damage scaling. And in this part right here, they're multiplying the damage whenever they should have been, where is it? 1 second. They're supposed to be dividing by the time scale there instead of multiplying. So it looks like, where is the time scale? Okay, they're multiplying by the time scale right here. And that adds, multiply the damage times 2. So it's happening every frame instead of what it should be, which is every duplication, I suppose. I think I found a similar problem with Black Hole here. Honestly, I think we could. Okay, so I'm going to show you what we're getting right now. We're only getting like what, 8 million. But watch what happens whenever it gets framey, and then you'll see a lot of projectiles disappear all at once, and the damage will boom. Right there, see? So it looks like something similar is happening with Black Hole. If we keep doing this while we have mana and we're firing at a constant rate, it'll continue to slowly increase. Like you'll see it, if I get lucky, it'll go from this 3 or 4 where it's at right now, it'll go all the way up to like 8 million, right? Maybe I just got lucky last time. It is increasing, you can see it happening, right? Like we were at 3 and now we're at 5. There's another one. Now we're at 6. This will be the last one probably, unless we run out of mana. Yeah, we ran out of mana. That's okay. We'll get one more. And there it goes. Back up to 6. Yeah. So we have this crazy build. I sat here and I made this, right? Let's let it calm down a little bit. If we look back at the build that this person made, all they did was lower their FPS a lot, and they did this. Fall, a lot of hover, a lot of rebound, and then the Wisps. So let's see what we can do if we just get rid of all this crap. Just get rid of all of it. Hold on. We're just going to... Goodbye, OP build. You're gone. We're going to go back on Stellar Drift. I am going to give myself a little bit of mana just in case. Like that much. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to take a Fall++. We're going to take like 3 or 4 hours. We're going to try the same thing with Black Hole. Oops. And then we'll take our rebounds. We'll do like 2 or 3 of them. Is this going to do the same thing? I don't know. I really don't. It'll be interesting to see. Obviously, we need to take this. We need to take the tracking. I think that... Excuse me. I don't know what that was. I think that one thing that really helps with this, and I'm going to go ahead and put it on the bar so we can check, is subjective time delay. I think keeping things on the screen longer is helping with our ability to make big damage. We don't have enough mana. Hold on. We'll just do my typical messing around energetic orb with 2 capacity stones and everything. So they're going. So obviously, Wisps have an advantage because they do very specific things. What we're going to do is we're going to increase this. We're going to go back to these. We're going to add another rebound. So this may look ridiculous, but I think this is achievable in-game. Let's just see what we can do here. We'll take the twine like we had before, and we'll take another black hole, but we're not going to do any double or multi-shot or anything. So is it going to overwhelm itself like it was before? It's actually not. We need to go stronger. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. Oh, that's wild. It lasts for so long. Oh, I think it might have actually done it. Hold on. What did we get up to? We got up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got up to 8 million. I think it actually did happen a little bit. So let's make the lag a little worse. Let's throw on just 1 multi-shot here. So there's definitely lag. I'm seeing it because I can see it on my OBS like sound. I wonder if this one's going to get as strong. Oh my goodness. I don't think it did. And that's totally fine. We're still testing. We're still figuring this out. So what if we add the other multi-shot? Hold on. How do I do this easily? There we go. Now we have the other multi-shot. We have all of this going. We need... What else do we need? Let's throw on the subjective time delay. And then let's throw on nothing else. Just the subjective time delay right now. So it's going to be going a lot slower. Oh, that's going to do it. I can already tell. Right now, I think mana is our main problem. We could probably add more mana and get a more crazy effect. It doesn't look like it's doing it here. That's interesting. Maybe we change tactics. Oh my goodness. Please stop! Oh god. It's awful. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's try something else. We're still on Stellar Drift. We're still gonna have our energized orb. We're still gonna have the mana. We're still gonna be using Black Hole. But we're not gonna do Fall anymore. It doesn't seem like it's working. We're gonna go for a full big time duration, and then we'll add some hover again. Oops. I did the silly thing. Give me the subjective time delay, the accelerator, the duration, the hovers. One more hover. So now our duration is going to be ridiculous. And we're just going to go for black hole. We're going to go for black hole. We're going to go for twine again. I do think that this is the proper way to get our things going. So just this right here. We'll go ahead and add the multi-shots. We know it's not going to work without them. This is where we're starting. I didn't add tracking. Oh, man. We'll get rid of the hovers for now. I think we'll go ahead and pre-jack a few things. We're going to want that. We're going to want... What else do we want here? Probably the Core of Thunder. And I think the Blast Surge actually does help a little bit with this. And go. So let's see where we end up here. We do not have enough mana for this. It did fire off less there. I don't know that we're getting the same effect. Let's try some. Whoa, what are we at? We're at like 1 million? Yeah, we're at 1.5 million. Let's go ahead and do this bad boy right here. Move everything down, and then we're going to add energy saving mode so we can afford it. We're going to add these in. We're going to add this in. We're going to put our track back in. We're going to add that 4th hover. And then just so we can test it appropriately, I'm going to give us a little bit more mana. Honestly, I think that... Where is it? Trickle Bloom's going to help out too. We're at, what, 199 right now? Now we're at 333? Yeah. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, this might do it. It does seem like it's doing it. Let's see if it actually overloads it and destroys these or not. It does seem like DPS is still increasing. Do we need some more fire rate for this? Oh, I think, there we go. There it goes. So it does work with other spells. It works with Black Hole, we know this. I think I need more fire rate if I'm gonna make it, like, ridiculous. Just a little bit more fire rate, because we have the mana for it now, for sure. Let's stop this firing. That's ridiculous. And let's add... What are we at right now, cooldown-wise? 0.5. We'll just add a... Force cooldown. What are we getting rid of? We'll get rid of Core Thunder. It doesn't matter. It's not necessary. Look how fast it's killing them off. Let's see how high it can actually go. We're getting the lag, so they should be breaking up now. Did I kill it? Do I need more mana regen? It is slowly increasing. I think that's just normal black hole behavior, though. So right now we're at what? We're at... Oh, there it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 1.5 billion right here. Interesting. I don't know that we're going to get another one. I think we need a little bit more mana regen if we're going to do it this way. I don't know. It's going back up a little bit. There it goes. Maybe? No, I don't think so. Okay. Let's add a little bit more regen so we can fire off more quickly. What are we at now? 450. Let's go one more. The problem's definitely not enough mana. It's just mana regen right now. So we can afford to lose some actual MP and go for the regen instead. Let's see it. Okay, we were at 1.5 billion. That's our current black hole. The faster we're firing off, I think the faster we're gonna get the effect we want. There's 100. Is that 100? Yeah, that's just 100. So the lag is there now. We can see it. We're up to 3. We're up to 4. Is this just black hole doing its thing where it increases its... No, all it does is increase its radius the longer it's out, right? Does that also increase the damage because of blast surge? Right, we're at 1 billion. It just cut. Adding the mana helped a little bit. I don't know if we're actually getting the effect I think we are. We're definitely at a lower FPS right now. Is hover just the thing doing it? It is actually still increasing. And now we add in more. So maybe that's just normal black hole behavior, right? I don't actually know. It's going back up. It'd be silly if this is all just blast surge doing its thing. Okay, cool. I think we've tested this enough. It's been a bit of a long one. So let's leave. I think we've gotten all we can out of this. We got our 1.8 billion. That's fine. I want to see what that person did. I'm going to do it on Stellar Drift. I'm going to do all the same setup he had. So it was just Wisp, 4 hovers, and a fall and 4 rebounds. Oh, that's 5. Oh well, this is not a big deal. I think we run out of mana too fast here, so I'm gonna introduce a little bit of energized orb, my bad. Oh my. Look at that. Same build, way less crazy. We got literally more damage just from that. So now that we have more mana, is it gonna go even crazy? We can add a little bit of cooldown reduction here. There it goes. Yeah. So we are achieving basically even more damage than we were before with the same build. Or with this build, rather than the crazy thing that we had set up before. If I throw in just a single blast surge, I assume we're gonna go skyrocketing into the future. It's gonna take it a second to happen. I think if we also threw in some subjective time delay or something, or just some sort of mana increase, I think it would be doing the same thing. There it goes. It starts multiplying. It would be wild if this is less damage than before, but I don't think it will be. Oh, it might be. It might actually be less damage. Interesting. Very interesting. There it goes again. It's going back up. I don't think we have enough duration to get the hover off right now. So what can we do here? We can go for one of our capacity stones. We add a little bit of duration. Maybe even the subjective time delay again. What am I doing? Come on. Use your brain, Brandon. Sacrifice a little bit of damage. Let's do it without the blast surge again. Do we need the speed for this to work? No, this is going to do it. Okay, there it goes. So what is that? That is trillion, quadrillion. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. So there's quad. 1, 2, 3. There's quint. 1, 2, 3. There's sept. 53 septillion. So it's literally just a bug. That honestly makes me a little sad, but it's not like the end of the world. I'd say our damage record is still probably in the billions, but it's definitely not in the quadrillions like I thought it was. This is just a bug. And that's okay, you know? That's kind of just what happens. I think we could probably figure out some other things. So black hole is not affected the same way that floating wisp is. We know that. And that's because it self-replicates every 3 seconds. So if you just set up a bunch of duration and rebound and hover, then it's going to keep self-replicating more and more and more and more. You're going to end up in the septillions. Totally fine. Understandable. In fact, adding stuff like blast surge might make you hit the damage cap on a single entity quicker. So I wonder if that's what was holding us back. We were just doing zeros really quick. And since we've kept the damage relatively low, I'd like to see for sure. Let's lower the damage a bunch and make it cheaper. Last test. Did I get rid of my tracking or something? I don't think I did. It's starting to go up. It's not quite as direct as it was before, which is interesting to me. I wonder why it's doing that. Yeah, it looks like adding this even hurt it. It just made it weird. That's totally fine. We figured it out. We broke the code. Where do we go from here? I think we keep playing the game. We just disregard this as an actual like damage record, because it's obvious that this has happened to multiple people now that I've seen it in the Magicraft like Discord. You guys knew about this. That's totally fine. Where do we go from here? I think we keep trying to optimize certain things and try to get our own like legitimate damage record in the trillions. That's where we go from here. I think the key to it though is definitely going to have to be the coin. I think you go coin, you go duet, and then you go for, or honestly, you just go coin. Here's what I think an optimal like getting to the trillions coin build would be. It's very simple. You don't need much. All you need, I say you don't need much. All you need is multi-shot, rebound, 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 ball, maybe a blast surge, and then obviously tracking, and then you try to get the crit. So this would be like the coin build. But obviously you would have very high numbers. Like, let's see where we're at right now, just by shooting it like this. Not very high, but that's because we don't have pick. We don't have a lot of money going. This is just how I assume we're gonna get the record. And I think we go with, like, maybe even a subjective time delay if we can. We increase the speed a little bit so that they last longer. And then maybe you even try to get a 4th rebound going. And this is what would get us to the actual damage limit. You just use Stellar Drift, you use Subjective Time Delay, you use Blast Surge, and those 3 things together, plus, you know, like a boatload of money, is probably going to the only quote-unquote legitimate damage. Actually, you know what might help? What if you go Lightning Dash? What if you go... Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this package right here. Get rid of the Blast Surge. You throw in multi-shot coin. And then you duet. So you go back to, like, old school... Where's the other multi-shot? We didn't make it second multi-shot. So you go back to, like, old school... I say old school. The game's not really that old, is it? Okay, so speed, subjective time delay. You take the lightning dash. Does blast radius affect its damage? So obviously it does not affect coin unless you have fall on it. Does it affect lightning dash? 168, 1.5, 112. So lightning dash is affected by blast surge. I actually don't know if that's necessary. So you just go for something like this. You hit them, and then you got your blast surge. You just go for old school damage techniques from the speedrunning. You fire off a bunch of coin. You fire off lightning dash with the multi-shot on both sides. You get some subjective time delay so that they're lasting longer. You got your tracking. You got your accelerator, so you're getting more time delay reduction. And then you just got this guy right here. I think this is how you do it. And then, hell, throw on even more duration. You make it last forever so that you can fire, go pick up your coins, wait for the mana to come back. So you would want a little bit of regen on this build. Fire again. Fire again. Pick up your coins. See, they're lasting quite a while. You have enough time to get quite a bit of regen out of it. So no money, no anything else. We're getting 186,000 damage. We're getting more than that because our duration is so high. I think you mix this with big damage coins, so a lot of money, prospector's pick, everything else that's going on, and you have yourselves probably a damage record from me. So maybe this is what we will work on next week. Maybe we'll try to go for this big money build. Or maybe I'll stream it. Maybe I'll stream myself doing reset meta, and then I can cut it down into a video if you guys don't want to watch the live stream. It honestly won't be the most fun to watch live unless we like talk about Magicraft and joke around and, you know, get the vibes good. But I think as a test, as a like trying to push the limits of the game without going for any specific bugs, I think this is the way to do it. This is the way to get your damage cap. Let me know what you guys think. Go ahead and like the video, comment, let me know what else you want to see. I think I enjoy doing these more theoretical, talking about builds videos, so I would love to receive comments about those ideas from you guys. I'd love to see what you guys think. What do you think like a crazy build would be? How would we optimize it? We could start doing these videos every week. And that way, whenever I'm doing a run, maybe I don't have to go in with a specific idea, and then if we see one of these builds coming together, then maybe we could be like, oh, well, we could do this, and let's see how it changes in an actual run. And then whenever I'm trying to actually, like, do something ridiculous, I could do a heavier ban list. I think that might be what we're doing going forward, though. It makes more sense to me. We do videos like these where we figure out what the crazy builds are. We do a video every now and then where we implement one of those crazy builds with a heavy ban list, and other than that, we kind of just go in and see what happens, like a more traditional roguelike weekly video, you know? Please, let me know what you think about that. I think it's very important to gauge what the community wants out of these videos, especially since we haven't gotten an update in a while. Like, I'm begging for an update, Magicraft, please. Please tell me it's closed. Give me something. Give me new spells to work with, man. I don't know, but I think our next, I'm bringing back Wednesday Magicraft videos, but I think I'm going to bring back the viewer builds. So you will see this, but you probably won't be able to get your builds into the Discord in time for this particular video. So if you want me, so here's what I really want from this, and I'm going to make sure that this goes in a post too, and that I talk about it in the Discord. I don't want you to come in here and put together some ridiculous build. The reason for those videos is I want to see your guys' natural builds from a run, and I want to see how they can be improved upon in here. That's the goal of the viewer builds videos. I want to see what would have made them better if you had gotten it in the run. I don't want to see the perfect build already in here in the training room, right? I think that's kind of how I want to do it. But appreciate you guys very much. Make sure to subscribe. Go join the Discord and share your builds if you want to show up in the video. Depending on how many there are, I might not get to all of them in one video, but there will obviously all be gotten to if I can. Unless it's like you sitting in here doing this, what I'm doing right now, like trying to put together a crazy build. That is not what I want for those. I just want like your, oh, I played a run, this was interesting. Let's see how we could have improved it in the run, right? That's what I want. But appreciate you guys very much. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.